get to the field. Up in my business, pull up in my crib. I got people.
Now, when I talked to you last summer, you said that Draymond.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA All-Star Game here in Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. I'm Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the East All-Stars going up against the West All-Stars. One thing we've seen lately, much of the best talent to recently enter the league is now in its prime. We'll be watching incredible matchups in this All-Star Game. Plus, a few big-time individual rivalries. Should be entertaining. And tonight, the culmination of All-Star Week, the big game, as they say. Shaq, final score is not going to mean much, so what are the guys out here playing for?
A couple of guys will be jockeying for the MVP, and you just got to go out there and say, hey, you know what? I have individual pride. Let me go to work for the fans.
Yeah, if you come out here joking around, thinking that it's just going to be a fun day, you're taking the wrong approach. It is a celebration. However, give the fans more.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of the fans,
Yeah.
we love the fans, don't
we love it.
You fans out there, all of you who are watching us right now,
Thank you.
we love you. We love you, fans.
From the heart, brother.
We really do.
From the heart.
We
Touch your
really
TV
do.
screen. Touch
your
it.
heart. Touch it.
Touch it.
Touch
Touch it. Touch it. Touch it.
Oh, there's something there. There's something there.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. We've got Davis. Irving is out there with Durant. And there's Porzingis. And it's LeBron in at the small forward.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand. The biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the East All-Stars. To the inside, and to Kumbo. Goes back up, and the layup is good.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
A lot of great plays being made here on the defensive end.
That indeed is a rarity. The highlights are almost always on the offensive end of the floor in this event.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
Kevin, it's nice to see Lowry dish the rock. I mean, I enjoy watching him pass the ball because he's got a nice feel for when to get it to his guys for an open shot.
For three, and the three ball is good.
Can't give up these looks. I mean, the defense has to be more aggressive guarding the perimeter.
To the paint. Porzingis kicks to Irving. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Irving's got himself on the board with three there.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Durant, here we go. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the East All-Stars. 3-point lead.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Both shots good from the stripe. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. All right, now let's find out what head coach Nick Nurse had to say to David Aldridge. David.
He said this is one of the few times he hasn't had to worry about defense heading into a game. He told me it's nice knowing that. The more scoring there is, the better it is for the fans, and that's really why we're here. It's hard to argue with that, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. The shot, no good. Davis with some nice D. Irving passes to Porzingis. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Here's Harden. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
In that height, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And here's Lowry. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Lowry, 20 feet out. And the shot falls short this time.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
James kicks to Durant. Inside, Porzingis. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Porzingis has got his first basket.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Harden finds Lowry, and here's Leonard. For 3, Westbrook off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got his 4th rebound in this one. Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Leonard kicks to Antetokounmpo. Score of the basket is 3rd after 5 shots. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the East All-Stars.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here is Harden following the basket by LeBron James.
Well, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
Irving against Lowry. LeBron outside. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 5. Over Westbrook. Again, the West All-Star.
And Durant has just such a fluid release. Very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
To the inside. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Lowry. And that's now 7 points for James Harden. Outside Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Irving's got 5.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Porzingis kicks to Durant. The kick out to Irving. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by James. Here's Porzingis. Back to Davis. Shoots over Leonard. Harden grabs the miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
And the East with some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Westbrook. Griffin comes in for Leonard. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Cousins. No good from Simmons.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Harden the pass to Lillard. For the three. It's rebounded by the West. And Cousins kicks to Curry. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Kevin, that three ball of Curry deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Fires for three. The shot by Curry, no good. The East All-Stars on offense. They trail by one. And the basket by Harden. Now here's Paul. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the pass to Cousins. And out of bounds, the East All-Stars will have it. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Hayward's checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Now Cousins. After the missed three from Damian Lillard, George dishes to Curry. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's George. Wasted no time on that one. George has got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
And Hayward gets it to go.
That's platinum-level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Now, here's Cousins. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Paul looking over the floor. Curry on the wing. The three in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Now here's Towns. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. And the basket by Harden.
You know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
Pass to Cousins. Back to Simmons. Poked away. Griffin with the steal. Down low. And the dunk by Towns.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now here's Paul. George finds Cousins. Back to George. Knocked loose. A second chance effort. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, I think you've got to like and appreciate the effort there, the hustle. George staying with the possession, then uses his length to finish off the miss.
Lillard the pass to Towns. And here's Hayward. 26 seconds left to play here in the first. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Down low. And the basket by Harden. And now a 7-point East All-Star lead.
Great focus from the clever guard, James Harden. I mean, so good at staying with his shot, even under duress.
Oh, man, what a shot. That from another time zone.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. East All-Stars ahead, leading by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. A great event unfolding, 1 quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. Ben Simmons is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Curry. Then it's Paul George. And it's Paul in at the point.
Oladipo's become a very efficient combo guard, somebody who can score the ball at a high clip as well as get the ball to open teammates when necessary.
Paul finds Gasol. Towns with the steal. Now Lillard to the paint. Griffin. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Gasol passes to Curry. Over Oladipo. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Stephen Curry.
Sometimes it's about presence, and Oladipo has it. Really willing himself to the line and going right into the defense that time. He forced the foul.
And some changes here for the East. Kevin Love comes in for Blake Griffin. And John Wall subbed in for Lillard. Goran Dragic is checked in for the West. Lob pass to Gasol. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Oladipo outside. Outside, Wall. Pass to Towns. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from George.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
They get a hand on it. 6 to shoot. Inside. Hayward against George. He kicks to Gasol. Back to George. From outside the arc. Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Wall dishes to Hayward. Oladipo taking his time here. Wall. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Ben Simmons. LeBron comes in for George. And it's Kevin Durant in for Paul. It's Oladipo on the wing. Over Durant. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Leonard. 7 points for Victor Oladipo.
That's a nice stroke, and he's got a good feel for that shot. Oladipo never going to pass up the mid-range jumper when it's there for him.
Towns, high post. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's LeBron. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And this game literally has been wide open. As wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
And LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Dragic against Wall. Here's Towns. They get it back. Rejected by Gasol. Here's Dragic. Lays it up off the glass.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. Back to Wall. There's the triple. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Back to LeBron. Lob pass to Gasol. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. LeBron with the block. It's Dragic with the drive. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Davis in the corner. Durant against Oladipo. The West All-Stars get it back in a new 24. James finds Durant. That 3 off the mark.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A-plus defense.
LeBron drives in. The shot's good. LeBron's got 12.
Well, he's done his part. No doubt about it. Still yet to miss in the game.
Outside, Towns. Wall wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 8 points for John Wall.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the East. Russell Westbrook comes in for Victor Oladipo. Porzingis is checked in for the West. Kyrie Irving comes in for Goran Dragic. For 3, Durant. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Westbrook. No good. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. LeBron outside. Davis in the corner from past the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Love. From the arc. The West All-Stars pull it in. Davis has got his fifth rebound in this one. Pass to Irving, over to Wall. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Kyrie Irving.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Lob pass to Porzingis.
Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 5. Looking to end his cold spell. And Durant sends it back. Love the pass to Westbrook. Over Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
And the East with some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Love. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for John Wall. Irving kicks to James. There's the dish to Durant. Over Westbrook. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Durant.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lowry finds Antetokounmpo. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside.
Talk about bringing it.
And these fans are getting treated to just some amazing aerial action in this game.
And that's the way it should be, right? I mean, it's All-Star Week. You don't lay it in, you punch it in.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. James Harden, he's checked in for Leonard. On defense, the West All-Stars. It's a 5-point game.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Harden against LeBron. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
The East All-Stars have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the West. Stephen Curry comes in for Kevin Durant. LeBron James on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 18 points for LeBron.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
16 feet away, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And here's the West with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Irving passes to Cousins. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And here are the East All-Stars now. And here's Harden for 3. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
LeBron against Harden. James kicks to Porzingis. Back to James. Now the pass to Cousins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
This is his first free throw of the game. Paul George, he's checked in for James. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. And here are the East All-Stars now. They lead by 4. Lowry kicks to Griffin. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And he drops it in from the low post. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Over in the corner, Cousins. Not really his range, and it's off target. Now the East All-Stars with it. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Griffin against Curry. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 14 points for him.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
Westbrook surveying the D. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Irving against Lowry. Irving drives in. Bucket is good. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
To the paint. Here's Harden, and it's sent back by George.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflections.
Simmons checked in for the West. Paul comes in for Kyrie Irving. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Well, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open out to Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Paul goes in, and Simmons kicks to George. Takes a 3. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the 3. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one. And he nails the 3rd. Curry with it. Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the East All-Stars with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. What a showing tonight. A sold-out building is where the action is happening. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Well, a great game so far, guys, but it appeared to be the East All-Stars who were having the most fun out there. And they're sitting on a nice advantage heading into the second half. The West may buckle down and get a little more serious as they try to cut into that lead after halftime.
Well, you never know what you're going to get out of this game. There's a lot of talent on the West side, obviously, great shooters, great scorers, but the East is putting a whooping on them. I think they came over here and took the belt off my slats. Just a lot more physical, powerful athletes. They're showing what traditional Eastern Conference basketball is all about. Can I have my belt back?
Well, these guys come to the All-Star Weekend for the enjoyment of it. You know, but when the games start, it's really about showcasing your talents. And then there's a point in the game where everyone says, you know what? Pride kicks in. I got to win. And the competition comes out.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and now we begin the second half.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Here is Lowry. Lowry out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Harden in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown. Harden's got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for the East All-Stars. James looking around. Stolen by Harden. Up top, Leonard. He's guarded by Davis. Back to Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Davis. The free throw drops for Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Down by 15. Durant in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Harden against LeBron.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And really no better leader in the NBA than LeBron. The closest thing to a player coach we've had in a long time.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He hits the second from the line. And here are the East All-Stars now. Outside Westbrook. Over Durant, and Durant sends it back.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now. They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
Lowry finds Harden. Outside Westbrook. Over Durant. And the shot is long.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Irving can't get it to go. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. It's Durant on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. On the wing, James. He's got 19. Durant for 3. And it goes for the 5th time, and 10 shots for him this game.
And deadly from pretty much anywhere on the court. Durant is a relentless scorer.
And the East All-Stars called time here.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
It's stolen by Davis. Lobbed up there for Durant. Hammers the alley-oop through.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on his shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block him.
LeBron against Harden. LeBron, no good. And here are the East All-Stars. 8-point game. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. His 3-pointers off the mark. Lowry's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Davis against Leonard. Irving passes to Davis. Left side Durant. Clock at 6 over Westbrook, and it's Durant missing. Outside Leonard. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 5 assists in the game.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
And some changes here for the East. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for James Harden. And Lillard subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Lillard misses. Lillard's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Westbrook against Durant. Inside, Davis makes it off the glass. Davis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Towns wide open. Off target from 3-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. On up the court. The shot's good from Westbrook. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
It's Durant on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Leonard with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good D by Irving.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
James, no good.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
The East making a switch. Hayward's checked in. The West also making some changes. Gasol comes in for Porzingis. And it's Dragic in for Irving. Durant just inside the line. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Westbrook dishes to Leonard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
James finds Davis. Basket good. Davis has got 9.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Pass to Lillard. To the paint, and the dunk by Towns.
An absolute beast in the pick and roll. Towns rolls off ready to score. He doesn't disappoint either.
Dragic against Lillard. Down low, outside for Durant. Chalk up 2 there. Durant's got 20 points.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. Just got to marvel at his greatness.
From about 19 feet, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Leonard's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Shoots the 3. Durant, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Hayward, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the East.
You know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Westbrook against Durant. Back to Gasol. outside for Durant. Dragic the pass to Durant, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
You know, can't afford these kinds of mistakes right now, Greg. It's as simple as that. They're making it hard on themselves.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And no help on that one. Towns, long strides, get all the way to the rack. Way to go, big fella.
Dragic kicks to Gasol. Dragic dishes to Durant. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Durant finally captured that elusive first championship in 17 and the finals MVP trophy to boot. An effortless scorer who has also made great strides defensively.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Gasol. Ben Simmons comes in for Anthony Davis. George is checked in for James. And Chris Paul subbed in for Goran Dragic. It's tipped and stolen by Simmons. Kicks to George. Oh, the lob for Simmons. The shot, no good. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
Here's Towns. That's tipped.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Wasted no time on that one.
Well, I love watching Simmons run the floor. So effortless and efficient in his movement.
Lillard outside. Lets it go. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 5 points so far. Here's West now, trailing by 13. To the inside. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Hall is so good at shredding defenses in the pick and roll. He seems to always be one move ahead.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 16. Lillard outside. No good on the triple.
And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Cousins finds Paul. In the corner, George with it. Shot clock at 6. Simmons inside. Defended by Towns.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Griffin passes to Westbrook. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 18 points for him.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Paul kicks to Cousins. Outside Durant, beyond the arc. Drills it from outside. Durant's got 25 points.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
A big group substitution here for the East. Love's checked in for Towns. James Harden comes in for Gordon Hayward. John Wall's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Lowry in for Damian Lillard. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Curry's checked in. Harden gets the bucket. 22 points for him.
And, you know, the thing about Harden, crafty in the paint, he really finds angles and avenues to get the shots he wants when you don't think there's any angle or avenue to find.
Ball finds Curry. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And here are the East All-Stars now. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammate.
Curry against Wall. Simmons passes to Curry. Outside for Simmons. Here's Paul. From down in the low post, it goes. Paul's got his first bucket in this one.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Lowry against Paul. Lowry passes to Harden. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's the East All-Stars up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll return shortly.
You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it. Hold up. You know I come around and rock it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
We've been having a great time here, and we hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Paul George is out there with Simmons. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Curry. And it's Paul in at the one spot.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there, terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Griffin goes in, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the West All-Stars. It's a 14-point game. So the wing on the left, Wall finds Love. That one falls.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their fifth consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Curry dishes to Cousins. Whoa, with a block. Harden outside. Shot on the wing. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 4 assists now tonight. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Simmons. That one goes. Count it.
Can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit on these kinds of looks and just plays right through the contact.
George against Harden. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's good from Simmons.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the East. The West also making some changes. Porzingis, he's checked in for Curry. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Paul. Harden, no good.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Griffin kicks to Harden. Drains the three-pointer. Harden's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Simmons on the wing. Here's Porzingis. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. Leonard, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Then for the West All-Stars, Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Cousins. And James subbed in for Ben Simmons. Here's Antetokounmpo. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Right side Lowry, 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by George. Outside, Porzingis. Outside, George. Poked loose. Wall with the steal. Feeds to Lowry. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
LeBron drives in. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
And James makes scoring look so effortless. Once he kicks it into gear, there's not much you can do to stop it.
Here's Leonard. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Davis, the pass to Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
From 12 feet out, Antetokounmpo, no good. LeBron outside. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
And Wall kicks to Leonard, and it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Westbrook's checked in, and West also making a switch. Kevin Durant's checked in for Paul George. Passes it to Harden. 4 on the clock. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. LeBron's got rebound number 13 with that last one. It's tipped. Davis finds Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, that's just the height, the length coming into play there. No one's stopping Durant.
Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Antetokounmpo passes to Westbrook. Here's LeBron. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
James, no good on the free throw. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Westbrook kicks to Harden. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
And it's Davis with the jam.
Now that is all-star basketball at its best. The alley-oop run to perfection.
The East All-Stars on offense. They lead by 11. A good look from Harden. And it comes off the front of the rim.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. And 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Here is Harden. And the shot goes in. Harden's got 31 points.
Man, it's always fun watching Harden get going. I mean, he can spray you from outside or slay you from inside. And it's usually pick your poison.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Lowry against Irving. Antetokounmpo finds Westbrook. That 3 off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Durant against Westbrook. Durant, the pass to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. There's the pass to Leonard. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And that one's good. Durant.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
13 feet away. Misses off the left iron. Irving dishes to Davis. And good that time. Davis has got 6 here in this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Outside Westbrook. And nothing is falling for him right now.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
And Durant gets it to go.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Here is Lowry. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He kicks it to Leonard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Left side Leonard from about 16. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 8th assist in the game. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Irving. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Lowry kicks to Harden. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Got it. Good job in the low post. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Durant feeling it out of it. Knocked loose. Stolen by Harden. Antetokounmpo finds Westbrook, and he comes up with the deuce. And now a 6-point East All-Star lead.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short looks with the game right now in the balance.
James against Harden. James left side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. And both free throws good for LeBron.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Here's Westbrook. The shot misses. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Durant, the pass to Irving. It's Davis on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Here's Westbrook. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed. So can't fault him for going for the block.
Irving for 3. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Leonard. Over Davis. Leonard, no luck. Leonard's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. LeBron kicks to Durant. Irving from long range. Good work defensively by Lowry.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection. And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
On the wing, Irving. Takes the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for them to come back, in my mind, like Tracy McGrady against the Spurs type of heroics. A lot of points in a little bit of time.
And here's Lowry. So the East All-Stars win it.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time